So in this English lesson, we're going to discuss small words. You're going to learn several different words or synonyms that could mean small. This is so you can add more variety to your vocabulary and to be able to express yourself in a variety of different ways. I'm also going to give you a chance to speak out loud and to practice using these words in a sentence. So get ready to pause the video and start talking when I tell you to. So first, let's review the small words. We have little kids, tiny puppies, mini cakes, miniature version of something, minuscule writing, very small writing, minute differences between two things, microscopic bacteria so small that you cannot see it without a microscope, undersize boy, meaning that he's smaller than the rest of the boys. We also have words that could be small and important, so not very important. A minor rash, meaning that it's not very severe. Slight pain, meaning it's just a little bit of pain, not too much. A trivial issue, meaning that it doesn't really matter, it's not important. An inconsequential problem, meaning that it's unimportant, it's a very small problem. You also have words that mean small in amount. Words like meager wages, so very little earnings, earning very little money, very little income. Infinitesimal amounts. Infinitesimal means so small that it's close to zero. So it's close to zero as possible. So hardly anything, almost nothing at all. Infinitesimal. Insufficient funds, meaning so little money that you can't afford to buy something. You do not have enough money to buy something with inefficient funds. Very small money. So now I'll give you some examples. This is a little toy. The toy has tiny rooms. The toy house has a miniature dining room set. It has minuscule furniture with minute details in each room and undersized chairs, really small chairs. Now it's your turn. I'd like you to try to use some of these small words for yourself. I'd like you to describe this house here using these words. So go ahead, pause the video, speak out loud, and try using each one of these words to describe this house. All right, let's try another one. So now let's talk about small problems. I'd like you to use complete sentences to describe a small problem that this man on the right here could be dealing with. Use words like minor, slight, trivial, and inconsequential. So now I'll share with you some examples. You can say, last week, Bob had a minor issue with the paper supplier. They didn't deliver the correct office paper. So it's just a small issue, minor issue. It gave him a slight headache to find the right person to solve the problem. Meaning, he was on the phone for a long time trying to find the correct person to help him solve this problem. And he was talking to so many different people, it gave him a little bit of a headache to have to talk to so many people to get something done. It was not a trivial matter to him, meaning it was not a small matter. I mean, he probably paid a lot of money for the paper, and he wanted to make sure he got the right type of paper. But in a few months, this problem will seem inconsequential. Usually these small problems always get resolved eventually, and months from now it will seem inconsequential. All right, pause the video and try to describe some type of minor problem that he could have. Now let's try another one. I'd like you to complain about this very small dinner here. So use complete sentences to complain about how small the dinner is, using words like meager, infinitesimal, and insufficient. So some examples would be, I am unsatisfied with this meager portion of food. So this very small amount of food, meager portion of food. This meal has an infinitesimal amount of calories. So calories are how much energy is in a piece of food. So carrots are very low in calories, so you can eat a lot of them and not get fat. So calories are a way you measure fat and energy in your food. So you can say this meal has an infinitesimal amount of calories. A very small amount of calories, or calories so little it's close to zero. Infinitesimal. This food will be insufficient in filling me up. So this food is not enough to fill me up, to fill up my stomach so that I feel satisfied. Pause the video and try to speak out loud and practice using these words for yourself. So, to finish, remember to add any new and challenging vocabulary to your Anki flashcard system. All the vocabulary and even some audio reviews are below. Some of these words are tricky to pronounce, so listen to the audio review and try to repeat after me so you can work on your pronunciation. And there's also a quiz below so you can continue to practice these words. Until next time, happy practicing!